Net metering. Now this is very important. Oh my God, pay attention. Scoot up your chair a little bit. Lean in. Come on, you need to hear this. All right? This is so fascinating. There's over about, I think 4,000 utility companies in America. And I've said this before. They don't want us to go green because they want to sell us their power. And they lobby the governments and they do all kinds of things to make it difficult. One of the strategies that they do is something called net metering. Now, if I produce with my solar panels an hour of kilowatt energy and I store it with them and take it back at night, 1 for 1, I need to produce exactly how much I consume. That makes sense? Now, if you produce a gallon of gas at $5 and you give it to the utility company and they give you one back, it's $5 for $5. But guess what? They just changed the laws as an example in California where they used to give you $5 for $5. 1 kilowatt hour, store it with us, we'll give you one back. But those little naughty boys, what did they do? They discounted it by 75%. Check it out. Imagine you produce an hour from your panels and you give them an hour and they're going to give you basically about 15 minutes back. Could you imagine? So what does that mean? It means now that we sell more batteries because if you store it in a battery yourself, then you can pull it back at 1 for 1. So we used to use the utility company as a battery. Now we're like, that doesn't make a lot of sense because we're getting a deep discount. Could you imagine buying a gallon of gas at the gas station, paying $5 for it? You go fishing, you go boating, and you come back and you're like, oh my God, I got these gallons of gas. I can't store them at my house. Hey, could you take it back? And they're like, sure. You paid $5, we'll give you $5 back. Imagine that as soon as you took it, you went back 5 minutes later and they said, yeah, you paid $5, we'll give you $1.25. That's what the utility companies are doing across the country. And the reason you need to talk to one of my renewable energy experts is because there is like 4,000 utility companies and they're all different. Some are 1 for 1. Some are 1 for 80%. Some are 1 for 75%. Some are 1 for 22%. They're all different. So how are you going to know whether putting solar panels on your house makes sense or not? You're not. It's not a simple math equation. Oh, put solar panels on. We have many variables, so make sure that you talk to the right person. They know what they're doing. They design a system the way our renewable energy experts are trained and certified, so they do all the homework for you. And guess what? We keep the real estate transaction in mind. So we're going to be transparent and say to some people, you know what? I don't think it's worth it for you. You need to wait until the cost of energy goes up. I'm Canadian, and in Canada, it's not worth it in most cases, not because the sun doesn't shine here, not because it's cold, and not because we're Canadian and we apologize for everything. It's because the cost of the hydroelectricity up here is 6.5 cents per kilowatt hour. It would take, in most cases, a long time, unless there's a government grant to help us to pay back for the panels. All right, so I know that was long. Hopefully you're still with me here, but it's a really important point that you understand as you talk to your clients and as you become solar literate.